Oh gosh, I don't have, excuse me, I'm dying here. I don't have the website up. Okay, let me just quickly share this. Welcome guys to the finale of End of Dragons Daily. This is the last one. And so if you remember, if you've been following the series through, you'll know that we weren't just doing Q&A, but we were doing news as well. Well, I kind of thought that this last episode was going to be a big, like, 2-3 hour long thing where it was full of Q&A, but also a bit of news. And that's that there is a final new trailer for End of Dragons. Now, the devs teased that they were going to show this trailer off yesterday on Twitter, so we knew it was coming. But they've left it really late. I mean, so late, okay, that the expansion itself comes out in 33 minutes. Genuinely, this is the last 33 minutes before End of Dragons. So I could just, you know, write it off. But I don't want to write it off. I want to do episode 100 and I want to, you know, finish things. So, this won't be a super long bonanza, but I do want to take a second at the very end of things. I mean, this is quite weird, to be honest. That I get to do this. Now that I'm, like, figured out how to do videos and start them off live, I can have really quick turnaround. This wouldn't have been possible if I wasn't doing it this way. So we're going to do it. We're going to look at the trailer. We're going to do a bit of trailer analysis, a bit of frame-by-frame stuff for stuff which I will be playing later. Now, I do want to give a warning. This isn't the title or the description or anything, and maybe it should be. But there is actually kind of a spoiler in this trailer. Now, why do I know that? Because, and I can talk about this now, not only did they tease the existence of this trailer yesterday, about 3 days ago, they straight up leaked the thing. This trailer was leaked. If you were very clued in and watching Guild Wars very closely, you actually could have already seen this thing. And I actually have already seen this thing, and I know that there is a moment in it. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I say it's potentially a spoiler. I have no context for the thing that's going to come up. And there's a chance that there's just going to be a crazy, dramatic, climactic open to the game, whereby this isn't a big spoiler. It's hard to say, because if you look at, like, I'm trying to not draw too direct of a comparison here, but if you look at, like, Core Guild Wars 2 and the launch trailer they did there, like, Zaitan appeared in that trailer, and that was, like, a big thing that they were holding off for the end when you actually got in the game and you realize. So who knows, but that was 10 years ago. You know, maybe they're a little bit more savvy about things at this point. I really couldn't say, but let's run in on the trailer. And like I said, this End of Dragons Daily can't be that long because I'm gonna let's play the game. I'm gonna be actually doing it right now. It's so busy. Welcome to everyone in the live chat. There's like 30,000 people watching Guild Wars, like, official show and just spread across all the streaming platforms right now. As far as their official live streams concerned, I mean, if things were a bit quieter, I probably would do a separate End of Dragons Daily on that as well. It's not that revelatory. They're just kind of going over information they already did. Plus, this trailer about to watch, I suppose, is in there somewhere. So, you know, there's not these... They're like, just before I turned it off a second ago, because they're literally speaking at the same second I am, was the news that fishing keybind is going to be on the J key, and that's genius because it looks like a fishing hook, right? It's like little comments like that, okay? And then every now and then they'll cut back to Ruby, and I'm pretty sure it's reused footage every time where she just says, "That's excellent," and then it cuts back to another disconnected developer anecdote, and then it cuts back to Ruby and says, "That's brilliant." So anyway, yeah, that's going on at the same time as well now. But I've got to get ready for the main Let's Play, man. So let's watch this trailer. Let's see what we've got now. I'm going to mute in-game. So it's nice and quiet, and let's see what we have here. And by the way, it's very fast. So we get, like, the opening bit.
In hundreds of years, we have seen so much change. The Elder Dragon's lust for magic is unsustainable, bringing a new season of transformation and conflict. Mortals forge new powers greater than themselves. My only fear is the consequences such creations may bring. The future still has yet to be written, but time is running out. forever take your place in Tyria's history.
Okay, and I think that's it. I don't think there's a stinger. Let's just wait real quick here. Okay, yeah, there's not a stinger. Okay, so there you go. That's the trailer. I'm going to mute it now. We'll play it back through. It's really weird to me. Okay, so first of all, the art style. Obviously, people keep describing this as CGI. Let's be a little bit more descriptive. Obviously, it's a pre-rendered cinematic. You know, because someone's been contracted to make this thing, and it looks gorgeous. I actually, you know, we've seen they've played around with stuff many times. Heart of Thorns had them playing with like a pre-rendered, like a pretty painterly art style with the Mordramoth cutscene. We've seen it in a few places. Obviously, through End of Dragons itself, there's been a couple of cutscenes, and like the first two trailers in particular, the teaser and then the later one that they did, that kind of seemed like two halves of the same vision of the past. We've seen them play with it, but I really think they've nailed it here in terms of the aesthetic, in terms of the art style. It might just be because I watched the League show Arcane recently, and that's rubbing off on me a bit. And this isn't to the bar that Arcane is, but it feels kind of about right, you know? I look at this less as a trailer for End of Dragons, and more as, wow, okay, what if they utilize this for in-game moments every now and then? Because what I can't get over is how Season 2 actually incorporated cutscenes like this into the story. And as we roll into Heart of Thorns, it did the same. I would be amazed and very excited if when we start End of Dragons in half an hour, I mean, it's so surreal to talk in these terms, we might see something like this in game, which I think would be really, really, really great. So that's really all I have to say about the art style. I hope that I mean, we in the community, we can't speak to the budget that went into this. We can't speak into the turnaround time that went into this or anything like that. But this feels Guild Wars to me, but it also feels fluid and decent and artistic, not overly painterly, you know, which I think that some of those other trailers kind of stepped into around Heart of Thorns. This just feels really, really good to me. So I don't know, I'm enjoying it. A big part of me, though, as well, you know, I've got a lot of history and context for this franchise at this point, and I have seen they've changed the art style and the studio over and over and over and over again, so you never know, this might not last. But I hope it does. That's what I can say there. Okay, so let's rewatch. I'll do it frame by frame. Now, people in the live chat here, by the way, thanks for coming. I mean, this is a pretty unannounced thing from me right here. That I'm just squeezing in, and there's a lot of content going on at the moment, so thank you for being here, anyone who is here live. I only pinged this in Discord, I didn't tweet it or anything. Let's just run through. Mostly I'm making this because I want it as an actual video for people to be able to watch later on or while they're at work and stuff. Now, it's weird to me, let's talk about the characters. I know that they actually gave us information about who some of these characters are. But the only name I can remember is Detective Raha, isn't it? Raha? I can't remember how you even pronounce his name. It's really weird knowing that in, like, by this time tomorrow, by this time 2 days, 3 days, I'll know all these people very, very innately. Or in theory, I mean, on the other hand, a bunch of those entities around Amnoon kind of do, I never got a solid grip on in the Path of Fire expansion, so maybe I won't get a solid grip on these guys either, based on, you know, precedence. But we'll see. Okay, so let's run through. And if you guys know the names in the live chat, let me know now. I can put that in the commentary or improve the video. So yeah, they do it. I like how on this trailer, they even open it up with the mini teaser thing, you know, like a Marvel trailer does now or whatever. You have a trailer for the trailer that starts before the beginning. Which I guess metrics have shown people's attention spans are so short, they need an insanely fast montage to even prep them to watch a goddamn trailer. All right, so here we go. End of Dragons available now. I captivated by this first shot. It's obviously deep sea dragon stuff. So I actually think we see 2 dragons in this. This is the first one. I think this is the deep sea dragon right here. This is our second look at it. Now, what really struck me about this, and I hope that this went through some of your minds as well, is this is very reminiscent of the glimpse of the deep sea dragon that we got in Path of Fire. And in fact, I'm going to look on my hard drive here because I've been a filthy man and I haven't cleaned it for a very long time. I might even have, still on my hard drive somewhere, a little shot of the deep sea dragon. Oh god, it's full of Stellaris pictures. And just tons of the races of Tyria. Where is it? I'm sure I have it if I scroll enough. I've just got so many files on my PC. But we totally had a glimpse of the deep sea dragon in POF, the very brief moment when we were learning about the true nature of Glint's legacy. And this shot that they give us back here at this trailer feels like it's like alluding to that in quite a precise way, which I really like, because that's kind of a very fringe, Easter eggy, super nerdy thing to have recognized and understood. And I know people in the WoodenPotatoes community, we're all pretty hooked in with the game. It might seem old hat to us, but they're actually speaking directly to us with a direct comparison like that, which is what I think they're doing. So I think that's brilliant. Yeah, I can't find the pictures, so let's just go through. And again, it's just a very smooth, decent animation. I think you're only looking at 30 FPS here, by the way, but it's still really, really awesome, right? People in the live chat saying they hope it's scary. Yeah, me too. Okay, so what do we have here? Now, again, I think that they're doing something really quite smart here. Go back and watch the very first End of Dragons teaser. You know, the one that all the end of... Oh, I forgot. I was going to start this video with the classic End of Dragons daily opener. It's okay. I can edit it in. We can do it at the end. What, you know, the thing that I've had at the start of all my videos and the original teaser, they had this shot flying through Cantha, right? And it was like a vision thing. We're echoing that here. Except now we get the added detail of a shadow. And what the subtext here is the studio is saying, yo, we've modeled Kunavang. That's what this is, right? The original teaser was Kunavang in a conversation. This teaser, we get that hint again, Kunavang. Which kind of sucks, because for the big Let's Play that I'm starting in half an hour, I have a bingo thing set up where I think I predicted that Kunavang might not even be in it. Like, might be like Vlas dead or something. I think, anyway, or I might have gone a different way with it. But Kunavang's pretty much obviously in it. This is Kunavang. We are Kunavang. This is a POV shot. We're flying across the Jade. We don't quite get why or what we're doing. I mean, you could be a pedant and say, WP, it might just be a salt spray. But come on. See the wood from the trees here. This is going to be Kunavang. The model, based purely on the shadow, actually doesn't excite me that much or captivate me that much, to be honest. It looks a bit small and plump and, I don't know, just a bit odd. But, yeah, there you go. So, a little bit on Kunavang, which is nice. No dialogue, though. Actually, I'll tell you the truth here. I just played the audio for you guys. I had to listen to it on mute, so I can't remember what there's no subtitles on here. Is there audio? Is there dialogue in this trailer for me to analyze? Okay, so then we move up, and now the trailer, you know, it stays artistic and captivating to outside audiences, which is what this thing needs to do. But there's less for us to, like, grip onto now. 3 siege turtles, and a really nice transition where we see them turn into a holographic siege turtle in a neon Cantha. Can I just say, what really strikes me about this shot here, and I'm kind of, like, being a miser about it, but I kind of love it too. This is, can you imagine if this shot had made it really early on, like the original teaser for End of Dragons, depicted a Xingji, a Kaineng like this? This Kaineng looks ultra Blade Runner. This looks really like near sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. Way more than in-game's going to represent, I'm sure. But this is mind-blowing. This is the true intent behind the artistry of Kaineng, right? This is what they want to evoke. And we didn't really get them confidently swaggering up and saying, this is our vision for Kaineng, until very late in the day. Until, like, not even here, really. This is the most striking I've seen Kaineng. Through all the concept art we've seen, through the streams we've seen, through my own gameplay in there, this is a really cool, like, vibe I get from this Kaineng. And I hope there are areas of the sea. So anyway, look at all the mocap and the facial animations, the movement. So this is Detective Raha. We got the Jade bot, which of course only started getting into promotional material recently because it was announced very late in the day. I'm quite struck by the fire and ice back there, by the way. Are those like dragon kites? One Jormag, one Primordus? Am I crazy? Maybe they're just eels or fish of some kind. By the way, a nice little detail here. This is of absolutely no relevance, but can you see that character walking on the sort of bottom leftish? Follow the rule of thirds, but lower left third. You can see them walking. So yeah, we got a character on the rooftop. Who's this on the rooftop? Help me out in live chat, guys. Because I'm out. Yeah, the colors are beautiful. It's very green again, isn't it? But nobody minds the green here. It's balanced a little bit better. We get the zipline mastery being shown a little bit. You can kind of see why this trailer was made so late in the day, because it is actually relying very specifically on what will be in the expansion. And this time last year, maybe ziplines weren't any more than a slight concept. We get J-Tech gun, by the way. Wouldn't be surprised. Well, does anyone get rifle this round? We get some of the bots. We get Blade Sworn, obviously, here. That's a gun saber that's being used. That's Yao. There you go. Thank you, guys. That's Yao. This guy's a mechanist. Not using the mechanist mace. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, people are blowing up the Jade bots. Something's amiss. Is this because of the Aether Blades? The gem on the hat's interesting to me. And that's pretty much the trailer, right? So, really, I think all the big goodies are at the start. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And then there's this. All right. Almost forgot about this. Okay. So this is the vague spoilery thing that I was warning you guys about. So I've already sort of seen some conversations about this because, again, the trailer got leaked days ago. Now, your instinct is going to be to say that this is the Deep Sea Dragon. It's green. The Deep Sea Dragon might be responsible for Dragon Jade. The Jade is all the same color, blah, 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 blah. However, this is definitely Kraukatoric. And, I mean, you can see the resemblance, sans the color. But it's definitely Kraukatoric. In Discord, someone drew some little circles on the teeth. You see the upper row of teeth, there's like that gap. By the way, do you guys like how the teeth evoke the sense of mountain ranges? Yeah? You see how they did that? The artistry there on Kraukatoric? Once upon a time, a mountain ranging guild was on. Anyway, that gap between the teeth, that is identical to what we see from Kraukatoric. The bottom row of teeth as well, it is identical. It's not just the same vibe, it is Kraukatoric. Someone in the live chat says, let's hope it's not another reused asset. No, they've recolored it. It totally is a different thing. So, what is going on here? Well, we could be looking at the Deep Sea Dragon so if you saw my early access press stuff at Fort Aspenwood, you saw a destroyer creature, right? You saw a resurrected destroyer. My theory about all of this is that the Deep Sea Dragon has gained a crap ton of magic, right? And that includes Morgemoth magic, that includes Zaitan magic. What we're looking at is an ultimate dragon to a certain degree. Yeah, Aurene has siphoned some off. But generally speaking, we're looking at a dragon that can do a hell of a lot of things. And I think the Deep Sea Dragon is resurrecting, or maybe this isn't the phrase they use, but I think the Deep Sea Dragon has the power to bring back other Elder Dragons in its own image. I think this is Shadow Kraukatoric. And what's more, I'm going to predict here that this might be like the third strike mission of the expansion, Shadow Kraukatoric. And I can see why they probably wouldn't want to show Shadow Kraukatoric in the pre-release stuff. I also believe, at this point, you know how when you're in Bitterfrost Frontier, the Claw of Jormag is flying around in the sky? I believe that when we're at the Jade Sea, the Shadow of Kraukatoric is flying around in the sky. And the Shadow of Zaitan, maybe, is flying around in the sky. And their shadows would be all over the place, which is why, in the pre-release stuff, they disabled all entities from the Jade Sea. I think when we look up, we're going to see some crazy nonsense of a ton of different, like death-branded Kraukatoric. That's what I think this is. I think there's going to be some crazy cinematic stuff as we go into the end of the expansion. And they're not really ruining the final boss or anything here. What they're showing is the power that the Deep Sea Dragon now commands. So that's my guess. That's my prediction based on everything I've seen. And, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I love a sort of purpose guy, you know? This is like some Dark Aeon stuff to me. It's like, oh, look, there's a new variant. And it's like I think this is going to be really good. I really do. And also, it's a send-off to the Dragon Saga, isn't it? It's a send-off to everything that this storyline's been about, you know? I've been going on about having a Zaitan strike mission all this time on the glory of Tyria, or like redoing Dragonstorm, or returning to Morgemoth Migraine and all that kind of stuff. Well, actually, no. The expansion itself might do it if they've demonstrated this, and there is potential for it within the lore. So that's my theory, and that's the last trailer. So that's basically End of Dragons Daily. That's the series. There's a couple of people in live chat. If you guys have any questions or further comments, things you think I might have missed, let me know. Here I am, by the way. I'm going to be playing Dragon Reaper in the Let's Play. To anyone watching this way off in the future, please feel free to watch my Let's Play. I play games very slowly, and, you know, it shouldn't be spoilery for you, even if you get a few hours on each day. But I'm playing kind of a shout-heavy Reaper, because I don't often do that. But I want to make use of Dragon stats, and, yeah, I'm teched out with my Dragon Jade Greatsword. We'll play this as we get our foot into Harbinger, and then we'll swap to Harbinger. I'm not going to early unlock it. And, yeah, we're one of the new Canthan faces, too. So there you go, guys. My theory, says Banjo, from the original teaser, your children will be trapped in the past isn't about Canthans. June makes a deal with us to use magic if they bring back Mother's children. It's an interesting idea. I think I read you say that on a previous video as well. I'm doing Harbinger. Why did I choose Harbinger? I don't know, because I'm not very excited about any of the leak specs. So, I just picked Harbinger. I know I didn't want to do... I wanted to play Thief a lot, but I kind of want to play that with Kerry, co-op. But I want to play Liss with Kerry as well. And also, I kind of want my Thief to continue that other playlist, you know, which won't be a blind run of End of Dragons. It will just be a focused run of End of Dragons. So it can't be Thief, and it can't be Ellie. And I don't really have the buildcraft potential on heavy and medium that I do on light, so I picked Harbinger. Virtuoso just looks too clunky and tedious to me. Just way too clunky and tedious. But I did set up the build. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off. Happy 100. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched me through this series. I know it wasn't as regular as I wanted. I wanted it daily, and in the end, it was like one every 3 days if you average the whole thing out or whatever. Maybe slightly under that. And that sucks, and I am sorry about that. Probably I've learned my lesson not to put daily in the title of a project like this anymore. What I wanted was just regular back and forth Q&A, community discussion, platforming your guys' ideas, and I do feel successful in having done that. But now is time for the X-Pack itself, so, and I feel really privileged, actually, to be able to do the last episode of the last hour like this. It's very cool. I will see you guys who are watching this live in, like, 5 to 10 minutes, where another video will appear on YouTube, and that's the start of the Let's Play. I might wait for the patch to go up. I might patch, and then you will see me on Character Creator in just a few moments. It will be here on YouTube, and I hope to see you guys all there. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, Spud is recruiting. We're actually capped. We're like, yeah, look, 500 in Spud 1, 490 in Spud 2. We have space for 10 people in Spud 2 right now. And just huge amounts of people online in both guilds. So if you want a community, if you want to have fun, if you want to do things, come on over. Thanks, guys. If you're at work and you can't play just yet, hopefully you can live vicariously through me. See you very, very soon. Thanks for watching End of Dragons Daily, guys. I really want my intro in here. Can I squeeze my intro in at the very last moment? Can I? Oh, I don't know where I've got it, though. I don't know if I rendered it as its own thing. I don't think I rendered it as its own thing. Well, I'll tell you what. Here, let's just do this instead. Let's watch the original teaser. Yeah? Let's watch the original teaser one last time for old time's sake. Yeah? Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons trailer or first look? Which one was it? I think it was the trailer. Let's watch this one. They Need Me. Hopefully it's this one.
There's familiarity in this strangeness. Like a song half remembered, a tune without words to carry it. I know you, and yet I don't.
You will soon, little one.
Who are you talking to?
Just an echo in the mist. A possibility.
Look around us. Your children would be trapped in the past, if not for me. Their worlds are carved from the jade that I gave purpose. I promised them a future. A century of progress cannot end this way. I'm not Cantha's, not just a spoke in some grand cosmic wheel.
Would a great innovator give up so easily on that promised future?
I won't. I'll find a way to save us all.
See you guys in there.